The question is that the ADC itself now does not appear to be in a position, to challenge for anything, let alone the presidency of Nigeria. Why? Because of its, hold on, Ola, because of its internal contradictions. Because a house divided within itself cannot stand. So says a normal, a regular Christian.
I'll tell you there's no contradiction.
You have a so-called party that is made up of blocks.
That's exactly what I just addressed.
Yes.
You always find that. You see, you can't run away from it because there are tendencies that come together. And that's why the leadership is trying to marry that. And you can only now get a refined ADC after the congresses that are coming up in the next 3 weeks. After this congress, bring me back here and I'll tell you, you will even tell me that things have changed. Without that, see, human beings are the most species of the creation of God to manage. Because policy is about interest. And you can't say we should not pursue their interest. Are we not having, in my state today, APC is divided into 2.
Dimeji, have you reached out to Sowore? Have you reached out to Adebayo?
They are talking to the leadership is taking care of that. But look at all of these guys you mentioned, as brilliant, as fantastic as they are, do they really believe in the opposition? Are they playing opposition as it's supposed to be? These are individual. It's a game of individual as far as they are concerned. They are not playing game of the collective game. Both Sowore and Adebayo.
Sowore will not take kindly to you.
Let it come on, let's discuss it. And I'll tell you what he's done. It's not an attack. That's where I see him. He may not like, but it's the truth. And when you tell somebody the truth, he's not a team player when it comes to. If he was, nobody needs to. He has a role to play. He's strong, his confidence is bold.
Very articulate.
So why can't he be working with people like Atiku? You are the younger element. That should be the younger element of this thing. Then all the Atiku them are the older element. Then you bring everybody together. You come together. So does he need to be best to come and to do that? If truly he wanted Nigeria to move forward, no, he doesn't have to. I have nothing against Sowore, but he's not playing the position politics well. It's not about him, and this is the truth. He can challenge me. Let's come to a debate, and I'll tell him the flaws in all of this he's doing. We are men of the same generation. We see how this thing do. I've been in this game for over 30 years. So I understand the dynamics. It's the same thing Adebayo. As brilliant, as smart as that guy is he playing opposition role as supposed to be? What can he do with the SDP in this arrangement? What can Sowore do with AAC in this arrangement? If you don't come up with all other people, come to other people, join forces, and push these people out. What are they telling us? I start to be corrected. Let them come and challenge me.
I like that you're all fired up.
No.
I've never seen you like this, fired up like this before, Olawale. I like that you're still, you're. So, you are a youth yourself, even though I know you are, but you are. Why are you not fighting, demonstrating this passion?
I've been doing this. I would have preferred, because the concern of ADC, sincerely speaking, lays so much credence to the youth. When you read the constitution, you see that youths are given, but it's not being implemented now, and I don't know why. Maybe after the congresses, it's going to happen. We do this all the time. Yeah, I've never. People know. I just say. I say my own. Even when I was in PDP, I saw PDP running to self-destruct 3-4 years ago, and I mentioned it on so many fora, on your sister station, national television. So we told them, but they didn't listen. So for me, I think ADC needs to do more. It's my party. We need to do more. Nigerian is expecting a lot from us. Nigeria wants to see us as the leader they can follow to war. And that element, that must happen in the next couple of weeks.
So, Dimeji, I love your passion. So, but let's shelve that. We'll come back to it. Some say we are not even a democracy, that talking about Nigerian democracy in the same sentence, it's a travesty. Are we a democracy? What role has the President Tinubu played in whatever it is we're practicing?
We don't have leaders. We don't have a president who believes in democracy. I've always told anybody who cares to listen that President Tinubu is not a Democrat. He's not a Democrat. He believes that he's a man who doesn't like to do things conventionally. He wants to do it the way he likes and gets results. So we are practicing democracy, but unfortunately we have those at the driver's seats who are not playing by the rules of democracy. Democracy guarantees freedom of choice. freedom to associate and all that. All those ones have been destroyed now by this government.
Especially democracy guarantees multi-party.
Multi-party system.
Choices.
Exactly, choices.
Choices.
Choices are multi-party system. Now, and they are trying to kill that by every means possible.
Now, if you combine these three, a compromised electoral body or system, and then hounding of opposition,
Yes.
either individuals or political parties, and then uncontrolled, criminalities all over the country, killings here and there, what exactly are we walking into in 2027?
It's anarchy. It's anarchy, and then the death of democracy. We can't do, nobody does this. You can't be doing things that something must give way at the end of the day. It must give way. When you push a goat to the wall, it will fight back. I think we'll get to a point that Nigerians will have to fight back.
So at what point is it master strategy or destabilization of opposition politics?
It's nothing master strategy. It's nothing master strategy.
What is it?
It's not this is not democracy. It's nothing master strategy.
Okay.
It's a deliberate plan to destroy opposition. That's what they are doing. Okay, look at National Assembly. Look at the Electoral Act. You guys spent Nigerians had money. You went around the country to listen to people. People said this is what we wanted. See what they came out with. Is that pro-people? That's anti-people. And as a president, you should have seen it. You saw it. You didn't stop it because you believe it's going to work for you. So it's sheer wickedness against the people of the country. It's wickedness. It's not master strategies. Of course, those that are benefiting will say that now because they are benefiting from it.
As with the current state of play, it's more or less like 2027 for President Tinubu is going to be a coronation.
It's not going to be a coronation.
Rather than,
I disagree. It's not going to be.
Just hold on. Rather than proper election.
I just don't want to agree with that. It's not going to be.
You would have your time to. Yes. So rather than a proper election, it's from the state of play today where I sit, you and I sit. It appears it's going to be a coronation.
Why is it not?
Rather than a contest, and where a proper contest, even as we had in 2023. So the question is that if he succeeds in doing that, what's the fate of democracy in Nigeria?
No, the thing is, if it's a fait accompli, it's a question like you mentioned, why is it still struggling today? Like I mentioned, you have the police. The new guy is his boy. The new IGP is his boy.
As was the previous one.
As was the previous one. The National Assembly they call your wife their mother, you their father. A National Assembly that people brought in there.
And they sing on your mandate.
Yes, you have the judiciary. What you dictate to them, whatever you want, they do.
But you don't have proof to that.
INEC today is under pressure because you want them to do your bidding. Now, a section, the most worrisome part of it is a section of media that are supporting these people, that have deviated from their role. It's not all a section, and we know them. They promote this devilish government every time. Even when they're supposed to report great things, good things that happen from the opposition, they will not report it. They will rather concentrate on what the failed government of President Tinubu is doing. It's like, wait a minute, what is happening? So all of this, that's why I'm telling you, it's not going to be a coronation. Because they know it's not going to be a coronation. Because he believes he has all of these, but he doesn't have a section of the country. He doesn't have the people. He doesn't have the people. He knows. And that's so, I tell you, it's not going to be. If he believes he has all the people now, then I'll say, okay, it's a correct? No. Because all of these people are not the only ones that are going to vote for him. The people will vote. They are bringing a lot of things to the table, and we are going to tell Nigerians what to do when the time comes. The only thing they are bringing is money. Nigerians should collect the money. You've been suffering for 4 years. Collect the money and don't do their bidding. Don't vote for them.
We'll come back another time and talk about epigenesis. It's a subject I've taught. I know very well. You know me, I'm a bookworm. But before we go, let's go back to this issue of ADC building a grand coalition. It's a key strategy for winning in battle. It's a very key strategy for winning in battle. I teach strategy, so I know. Now, Omowole Sowore that we mentioned earlier, what exactly, because he sat here where you sat and he told me that, oh, they are corrupt. How do you want me to join people who are part of the problems of Nigeria that brought Nigeria here? So he has a puritanical approach to politics. And I tried to tell him then that it will not fly. So why are they not joining the ADC? What's your message to them?
I think you just mentioned it, that he has a fixated mind about these people. And then when it comes to nation building, it shouldn't be like that. You need individuals if truly you want to build this nation. All right? You need to work with like-minded individuals. Today, these guys are not identifying with Tinubu. Even your allegation that they are corrupt, bring it out. Atiku left government since 2007. Up to today, he has never been invited by any anti-graft. He has never been tried in any court or convicted. So why would you say he's corrupt? That means we already joined the street talk, as far as I'm concerned. And I remember some times ago, he was trying to mobilize for Nnamdi Kanu. I saw him meeting President Jonathan. He met Atiku and some other leaders for support.
That's Sowore, you mean?
Yes! So if you can do that, why can't you join them? They are not corrupt. It's now that they are corrupt when you are supposed to join in nation building. I have respect for Sowore. But sometimes I don't agree with this brand of politics. If I'm in that position, I won't do that. Because it's about this country first. It's not even about you, because it's not about Atiku or Peter Obi or anything. You may have your differences with them. But when it comes to come together for the sake of the nation, everything is secondary. This is what I expect him to do. If you could approach them then, why not work with them now to rescue this country? You criticize Tinubu. How far can your criticism take us if you don't join other like minds to rescue this country and build this nation? You have contested. Who told you cannot be president in the nearest future? When you join all of these people, because everybody knows what you stand for and what you represent. Peter Obi's fight is struggling between two forces. The forces that are secretly, traditionally working towards one-party state, supporting Tinubu, because he has given a mandate. If you do this, he will not support you. And of course, himself, who couldn't decide where to go or not, whether I can do this or I cannot do this, is struggling with these two forces. So I see him as a confused person. A lot of them are confused right now. Peter Obi is confused. Rabbi Kokonso is confused, as far as I'm concerned. Because we don't need any Jupiter to tell you that this is an opportunity for us to come together and rescue this country. And democracy guarantees fairness, free contest. If you now know you have what it takes, enter the ring. Fight for shirt.
Okay, I'm glad you said Peter Obi is confused. So they appear to be confused at your word. What about Alhaji Atiku Abubakar?
Atiku is clear. He tells you where he's going. And he's not looking back, and he's pursuing it. Nigeria presidency is not because I've been governor for 1 or 2 terms. It's bigger than that. The reason President Tinubu is struggling today was because he has never played national politics. He has been regional and state politics. That is why he's struggling. He may have good intention, but he couldn't just fit into it. Step down for who? When he can do it, tell me who? Let's put their profile, their credit side by side. Who beats Atiku when it comes to national government and network? Who can beat him?
I don't know.
We know his record. You don't have to know. We know his record when he was VP. All the landmark things he did with the government and even personally. You are aware in this country that Atiku went to court 19 times and won 19 times to enrich our democracy. Nobody is talking about that. You are aware that he led the economic team, the biggest GDP growth in this country, in the record of this country, was when Atiku was vice president. That does not mean anything to anybody. All the revolutionary landmark that government that provided the platform foundation for Nigeria that we have today, was it not Atiku? So what would anybody tell me? That he should go and step down? For who? They should enter the ring and fight him. In any case, why do we have to fight? You are 50 years old, I'm 80 years old, and I'm invited to you and you are running. Does that make any sense? I said, let's box. I'm 80 years, you are 50, and you are still afraid to come and face me.